Señor.
Buenos días.
Guten Tag.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the news section of Europe Today.
Continent-wide news.
Faster every time.
We will start with Bernardo, live from Prague.
Thanks, Blancalaura. Hi, we're located right here in Czech Republic, where anti-government demonstrators had packed the capital for a rally, described as the biggest rally since the fall of communism in 1989. 120,000 people protested against corruption and austerity measures from the government.
Bernardo, what did the citizens do?
Well, they held up "Stop Thieves" poster and other symbols to lock the country and leave. Corruption had blinded citizens, and it is not clear if the Prime Minister coalition commands the parliament. But what is clear is that public spending and tax rises have no alternative but to decrease.
Thanks, Bernardo. We will continue asking you to bring us up to date on this very important news update. We'll now head to Austria, where our reporter Blancalaura is conducting a visit.
Good morning, Europe Today's viewers. As we speak, 43-year-old Dutch Prince Johan Friso is in the hospital because he was buried in an avalanche for 15 minutes.
What happened to him? Is he okay?
He had massive brain damage and lack of oxygen that caused a coma he may never wake up from. Friend Florian Musburger, skiing companion, saved him from his bed. Back to you, Karla.
Thank you, Blancalaura. Another continent-wide momentous news is that the European Space Agency has announced it will mount a billion aerial mission to Jupiter and its moons in 2022, and the probe will get to Jupiter in 2030.
What will it do in Jupiter?
It will investigate if Jupiter's moons have microbial life, as well as if there is oceans of water below Callisto, Europe, and Ganymede.
Very interesting information, Karla. Now, I'll be sharing a robbery taking place here in Dublin, Christchurch Cathedral. A reserved heart from a patron estate of Dublin was stolen. Name of the patron was St. Lawrence O'Towle's heart. His heart was kept in a wooden heart-shaped box. Now, report thieves had to use metal cutters to get the hearts.
What a suspicious robbery!
Indeed, considering they only took the heart and nothing else, and the church was full of gold and silver objects. Also reported the heart has no economic value.
Thank you very much, Pepe. Now to continue with our daily news. Here in Norway, people are scared to death because of Anders Breivik.
He sounds familiar. Who is he?
He is an insane psychopathic terrorist who killed a total of 77 people the day of June 22nd of the year 2012. Although his crime is quite obvious, he declared himself not guilty and claimed he was acting on self-defense. The case has struck great controversy to the Norwegian people and people worldwide.
Thank you, Arturo. We now head to Russia and our original reporter, Blancalaura.
Thank you, Bernardo, and good morning to all of Europe Today's viewers.
What interesting events have occurred recently in Russia?
Well, in a never-seen-before event, scientists have seen the first sightings of an adult killer whale.
Whoa, that's impressive!
Of course, this whale orca has already been named Iceberg, and it appears to be healthy and living quite freely, even though some observations are going to be conducted from that on. They plan on taking his family and use him to cure other baby orcas they have in captivity with a pigmentation problem. Now back to you, Pepe.
Thanks, Blancalaura. Now I'll share an even more surprising event here in Spain. Treasures arrived from the US. It is reportedly contained massive amounts of silver and gold coins, around 17 tons. And it has been in standpoint considering Spain has been fighting for it over 5 years. It was found in 2007 and it is estimated to be worth more than $500 million. Spain claimed all the treasure will be exhibited throughout its many museums and stated that it's not money but historical evidence.
Thank you, Pepe. We plan on seeing this treasure in the museum around Spain then. I have important news from Germany's airline Lufthansa. It is to cut 3,500 jobs to reduce costs over the next few years. It blamed higher fees and taxes that the airline being on a strain. It was an important decision based on the cost of fuel rising and the air traffic tax put upon Germany and Austria, so they will reduce their carbon emissions.
Hello everybody, we're live from Ukraine, where we've just been informed that Eastern Europe's strongest freeze since mid-19th century started last week, and yet from Ukraine 101 deaths had been recorded, 64 of them lying on the streets, homeless. Temperature dropped to -35°C by Thursday of last week, when 8 deaths were recorded, and schools and colleges were closed down.
Wow, what is the government saying about that?
Prime Minister Mykola Azarov said that the country was burning an extensive amount of gas this week, leading to sudden increases. Russia gas order was 27 billion cum per year, and Ukraine burnt 1 billion cum in 3 days this week. From Ukraine, Bernardo wishes you an enjoyable day.
That is all. Thank you for your time, Bernardo. We're now back into the studio for more news updates.
For the last, but obviously not least event, we head to France with Arturo.
Thanks, Pepe. We're here in France for the fierce battle between presidential candidate François Hollande and candidate Nicolas Sarkozy have the world clinging to their seats.
What will happen now?
With only a 3% of differentials between the polls, these elections could define whether or not France could turn into a socialist state. Who will win?
Thanks, Pepe and Arturo. This will conclude the news session. We thank you for your attention.
From all of Europe Today's staff, we wish you an excellent day.
And remember, Europe Today.
Continent-wide news.
Faster every time.